Is it safe to say that the presidential clique has done a better job of governance?
My enforcers can do what the police can't do. People in those communities were happy for that. Happy for that. Happy for that. When Dudus was in control of Denham Town, kids were off the roads at a certain time. They were in school, that sort of stuff. Now, when you have dons who assume the responsibility for the government and circumvented the government, it has been said that persons have been tried and convicted and killed right there in Tivoli because of the input of the presidential clique, as it were. To be fair, persons were fine if they kept the violence down in their areas or kept the outward notification of them handling justice in their communities. Some of those persons disappeared, kept the crime rates down. People in those communities were happy for that because persons didn't go in and rape the women as you know, because these things happen in Garrison communities.
Is it safe to say that the presidential clique has done a better job of governance
most definitely
than the Jamaican government?
Of course, and I'll tell you why. Because when if you remember earlier in the conversation, I mentioned that downtown Kingston was separated into two, Zeeks and Dudus.
Right.
Now, while they were the ones who allegedly were collecting the extortion, it meant that nobody could independently attempt to extort anyone. I've seen in my own eyes persons going through each vendor right at the bus parade and them giving their Friday dues, as it were. And some of them call it dues to occupy a spot on the public sidewalk. My cousin was selling there and he spoke about stuff like that. And he said, whatever, it's just, what's the point? You know, if you don't get the money, you can't come back there.
Right.
What that meant is that there were no pickpockets or grab chains or grab bag type of dude because they had their enforcers there to ensure that happened. So they gave the vendors, higglers as we call them, a play on the word hagglers, but whatever. They had a sense of feeling safe, knowing that if they didn't have anyone just running amok, taking their goods and what have you without paying for it.
But isn't that kind of like a failure on their part anyways? Because even though the place is kind of running okay, just call it say you're paying the same people who would have otherwise grab your chain to not grab your chain. And not like say you are paying these people and now they're going to keep a third party at bay. You're paying the same people who would have otherwise victimized you.
Well, not necessarily. What they're saying is that I have an organization and I have enforcers. My enforcers can do what the police can't do. We can be everywhere. And we're saying that we don't do those things and we'll prevent anyone from doing those things from coming to you and taking advantage of you. Here's the thing, it's a cost of doing business. I mean, you could hire a security guard to stand right by you every single day.
We have to pay the same way for the security guard.
Precisely. Yeah. So I'm not saying it's right. I'm just saying that was a reality. And when Zeeks got arrested and Dudus got extradited, it left a free for all. The truth is, once the vacuum has to be filled.
Yeah, and if you think about it, you know, for example, right now we know that like income tax and that kind of thing is not paid to the level that we would like it to be paid by all the population of Jamaica, right? In a way, if you think about it, if we had a system where individuals were remitting the taxes and all of that is necessary to run a country and pay police officers properly, perhaps you wouldn't need this. It's almost like a roundabout way of accomplishing the same thing.
But the truth is that in Jamaica, the persons who pay taxes are the PAYE. The deductions come directly from their salary. Outside of that, the higglers used to have their ICIs, informal commercial importer license, and they were able to bring stuff in and get the various tax write-offs and what have you. But then there's a large swath in Jamaica that don't pay taxes. And it's persons who are paying taxes who have to cover for those who don't. The thing is that, and it's when those persons start getting older, they're thinking, oh, let me contribute to NIS, so I'll have a pension. So the only persons who are pretty much assured a pension in Jamaica are those who have been paying their NIS, NHT, and what have you.